left you, I don't need you, babe. Why does the world keep spinning round when all I did was hold you down? Feels like I'm losing patience when you keep me waiting. Why does the world keep spinning round when all I did was hold you down? It's so hard to save you when I needed
All right. Check, check. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. All right. Either way, man. He can be up here. You can. It's all the same. Whatever you feeling, man. Yeah, maybe we'll do. So we're just going to do a stage format just to start out. So, and then we can raise hands in a little bit because I do want some feedback, but we just need to do a quick test. Alina, can you just do a mic sound check? Because we want to make sure that we're streaming to Twitch and YouTube. So, Twitch, can you guys hear Alina? Can you guys hear us speaking? We just want to make sure we are. Looks like my audio is working. I don't know if I hear Alina though, but you might be. Hey, Simon, can you hear Alina? You can't hear Alina. So you might have to go to StreamYard, Alina, and pick your settings, because your settings probably are good for Discord. Yeah. And then, hey, Pastor Coco, what's up?
Hello. How do I mute StreamYard so I don't hear everything in double?
I think I just muted you on StreamYard. Can you mute me? Is that an option if you hover over my name? That might be an option. I think just you. So if you're hearing me double, if you're on StreamYard and Discord, you can, I think, mute me on Discord. Let's right click, mute. Let's do a sound check for Alina on StreamYard. Any luck, Alina? No, it's just for us here. You, me, and Pastor Coco. If you're hearing double, you can like mute me or mute Coco. But for the audio in StreamYard, people are not hearing you. So you have to go to, if you go to StreamYard and at the bottom it says settings, and then you go to audio and then microphone. Oop. I think she disappeared. No, I think you disconnected. There you go. Yeah, it sounds good.
And the audio's good?
Yep. You're in Discord and you're on StreamYard, so we're good. Yeah. All right,
and I'm in both, but I'm not on stage in StreamYard.
Okay. Yeah, maybe let me just be if you're on StreamYard.
Are there too many people on stage?
Yeah, I'm just going to move you to audience, Alina, just for the double
Yep.
speak. And then Coco, I can bring you up if you guys start talking.
Okay.
Or
Okay. I just
yeah.
want to make sure it works.
Gotcha.
Is it, can everyone hear me in StreamYard?
Yep, I can hear you, so it's all good. I can hear. I can, Pastor Coco. Simon said.
Okay.
All right, my friends, welcome, everybody. I hope everyone's doing really well. I just have some things I wanted to share with you, and we're going to do a church-wide server meeting, and nothing too hardcore today. Just some things that I want to talk about in the past, something in the present, and then going into the future. Thank you, Pastor Coco, Pastor Alina, and Pastor Zach for hanging out with us here. In StreamYard, we're streaming to Twitch and YouTube, and then here on Discord, on the all server meeting. Zeke, Mariana, Coldest, what's up? And then I see Stars, Intro, JB, Foamy, MK, Carol, the Star Firepower, and Alice. What's up? Good to see everybody. So if you're here, I just want to say welcome. Nothing but love to you. If you're watching later on demand, because I know many people are working, we want to say welcome as well, and nothing but love. Good to see people on Twitch like Risen. Alice is doubling up on Discord and the Twitch. Simon, I can see you. Just White over there on YouTube. So we're kind of broadcasting all over the place for this church-wide meeting. But let's start out with just a word of prayer. God's always with us. And so when I say the words, let's invite God, it's not meaning, he's not here. But I think it's just me just taking a moment in my spirit just to recognize that. And so that's the kind of like why I say that, to let's invite a God here with us consciously, at least for me. So yeah, let's pray. God, thanks so much for this community, for all the beautiful people that have just given of their time and of their energy to cultivate this spiritual community. And I just pray that you bless us as we take some time here. We know you're with us already, but we just wanted to consciously acknowledge you amongst us. And in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right. So what is up with the all church meeting? First of all, let's look at the past. I really want to say thank you to everybody in the past month and a half. We kind of went through, hold on, let me just check a little Discord audio. But once you said yes, you're on Twitch. Okay. Just making sure I didn't miss something audio. We've honestly, let's start off this church meeting by saying we've had a rough month and a half. Me, Pastor Zach had COVID. I mean, there's just so many things going on. Alina with the loss of a pet. I mean, it's been a rough month and a half for many of us and for you. I've seen the prayer requests come through. And I just wanted to say that I really am thankful for each and every one of you that have helped us. You've helped me. You've helped Pastor Alina when she was down with Pastor Zach. And, I really appreciate that. And there's a big list of people to thank. And I'm not going to do the list because I know I'm going to miss somebody, because somebody might say, wait a minute, I did this. And I know you did, and nobody saw it. Thank you 100% for what you've done in big and small ways, in visible and invisible. It was really important that everyone did what they did to step up and to step in. I just kind of fell off the map for like 4 weeks. I'm doing a lot better, but it's also still not, kind of like you see the stock market where it's going up, but then it goes down and it goes up. That's kind of me right now. But I am talking for the most part without coughing. So that's really good. And yeah, that wasn't fun. COVID wasn't fun. I'm sure Zach could have said it's not fun. You know what I mean? So that's a long way of saying thank you so much for everybody for what you've done. And I think it's amazing to see how the church has continued, even when some of us were down, even when some of the key leaders were down, like me and Alina and Zach, and Pastor Coco came in and taught at last minute. And that's a difficult thing to do, to, prepare a sermon last minute and to deliver it. Pastor Alina did the same thing. And so Coldest coming in and carrying the Rust Church, single-handedly with Octane. And so there's just so many people to thank. And if I don't mention your name, it doesn't mean that you aren't appreciated. And so, by the way, at the end, we're just going to invite people just on stage, and just if there's somebody you want to thank, or if there's someone you saw do something and you just want to acknowledge them at the end of the church-wide meeting, we'll take some time to do that. So be thinking about that. Get ready to raise your hand in the Discord server just to give some shout outs. Before we move on, I don't know if anybody else wants to say, Pastor Coco, Zach, or Alina, just no pressure. And I know I'm throwing this on the spot last minute, but if you did, I wanted to give you that opportunity. And let me know so I can add you to the stage on Discord. Just kind of maybe raise your hand or something like that. All right. So that's looking backwards. And I'm really proud of everyone at the end of the day. I'm really proud of the church. And in many ways, it just kind of even improved in some ways. So, all right, now looking at the present, let's talk about that. So we're here in the middle of the summer. Summer can be a volatile time for churches, and to some degree, Metaverse churches track the same sort of kind of as far as attendance. And so, you might see the attendance up and down across Rust, Final Fantasy, Altspace, and VR Chat. And I just think we just continue to do what we do really well, which is to cultivate that loving spiritual community. The world builds are amazing in Altspace. Let's just continue to cultivate this loving community and to do these things really well. The teachers are working very hard on their teaching. And so I'm really looking forward to the summer. I really enjoy it. It doesn't bother me if the attendance drops, if not many people show up to Rust or, maybe to VR Chat. I think it's just the nature of the beast. It's summer, man. Let's get out there and enjoy the time off as students. And so generally what we see is like in September, things start to really ramp up, particularly after Labor Day here in the US. Things start to kind of ramp up a bit. So that's what we'll see. And then, by the way, this is going to be a kind of a short church wide server meeting, because now I'm looking into the future. So first of all, we wanted to say thank you. Second of all, we just wanted to talk about the summer. And third, and this is really important, we're coming up on season 6 of VR Church. So this is the main thing I wanted to talk to everyone about. If you're new to VR Church, at least every year, we like to refresh the vision. And so right now we're in season 5, and leading up to season 5 last year, we talked about what do we want to focus on? What do we want to add? What do we want to take away? What's our values? What's our vision? And the reason that we do that is we never, as a church community, want to get stuck in a rut. We never want to get stale. This is the way we've always done it. This is the way we're always going to do it. And so we borrowed the idea of a season from gaming. So you think of like Overwatch season, 20, whatever they're in, Fortnite season 8. And so what that does as a game developer is it gives them the opportunity to change the game to like, hey, we're going to add a map. We're going to take away weapons. We're going to add weapons. We're going to do this, that, and the other thing. And so the expectation for the gamer is that things are changing and they're trying to keep things fresh. Now, some seasons, like my kids, they're like, this is a horrible Fortnite season. I hate this. I don't like it. Some seasons, they love it. And so I think that we're kind of borrowing a little bit of that psychology to say, as a church community, we never want to get stuck in a rut. Well, we've always done this. We want to take it in the very least, one time of year to take a look at everything, top to bottom, and see what do we want to keep, what's working, what's not working, what can we add, what are we taking away. And it's all through the lens of sustainability, because we're not like a super funded church where we have multiple full-time staff. Like churches our size would have multiple full-time staff, and we're not there yet. Maybe someday we will be, but until then, we have to think very strategically, sustainably across volunteers, because all of you, nobody's getting paid. You're giving of your time, your energy, and all these things that you do. And so I think that's important as we look forward to season 6. So I'm not announcing season 6 today. I'm announcing the beginning of thinking about season 6. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, number one, I'm going to create a Telegram channel. Now, the reason we're not doing on Discord is because it serves some of us as leaders better on Telegram. So there's going to be a Telegram link that's going to go in the announcements channel. Look for that today. And that's going to be a temporary channel to start chatting about season 6. So you can post, video or audio, type your thoughts out. What do you like? What do you don't like? What should we add? What should we take away? What are some things you're thinking about? How can we keep our experience fresh? We don't want to become stale. We don't want to become stuck in the rut. How do we advance into the future? So coming into season 6, there might be, who knows? I got some ideas, but as a community, as we go there, maybe there's not that many changes that we'll make, or maybe it'll be a radical refresh. I do know of one thing that's going to be fairly radical, and we'll talk about that soon. And we'll also talk about that in the Telegram channel. So look for that link in the announcements in Discord for the Telegram channel. Everyone's welcome to jump in there, give your thoughts, give your opinions. And we may do some of them, we may do all of them, we may do a few of them. It just depends. But we want to hear that feedback in the very least. And I will tell you this, that prior to every season, we read it all. Don't think that, I'm going to post this and no one's going to read it. No, we read carefully all the feedback that's sent. Also in the Telegram link, I'm going to put a form so that if you want to share something anonymously, you can go to that form and just type out, hey, I'm anonymous, 1, 2, 3, whatever. And here's some things I want to share about VR MMO Church that I think we should change, because I want people to feel free to speak. And I think you will in the Telegram channel. But then there's a whole other layer of that anonymous aspect where you can feel free to really share your input. And so that's going to be in the Telegram. So look for the Telegram link, number one, and then feel free to chat and give input. I'll start sharing my thoughts about season 6. The elders will be in there, and we're just going to kind of be reading and thinking. And it's really just a brainstorm channel. You can really think of it that way. And then from that brainstorming, we'll take the key things as elders. And at the end of the day, the elders will sift through it and see what can we do that's sustainable. And at the end of the day, it'll kind of go through the elders and into action. So I'm looking forward to season 6. There is one. Okay, I don't want to talk about. We're not announcing stuff. We're not. We're just introducing. Apostolically, I get ahead of myself, right? So we'll keep things chill right now. So let's think if there's anything else about season 6. Am I missing anything, Alina? Is that Coco? Anything want to add?
I don't think so.
All good? Good.
Yeah.
Can you hear me in Discord?
Mm-hmm.
So I do also want to review how season 5 is going and went, because we need to make sure that we're following up with what we're doing, holding ourselves accountable to that. So reviewing how's this season going. Is there anything we want to carry forward from this season into season 6 and so forth?
Yeah, that's good. And part of it isn't just, like you said, Pastor Coco, not just what's coming up, what's new. It's also like looking back, like, okay, this is what we said about season 5. Oh, but we didn't even do any of that. You know what I mean? Or, oh, that's great. Let's keep that. That's awesome.
Right.
So an opportunity to refresh. So I'm always excited about season design. And I think we really kind of just gone off a little side trail here. Looking back as we got into season 5, I think we did a really good job because it created a sustainable year for us. Season 4 was a little bit much for me and Alina in many ways. And so going into season 5, and Pastor Coco came in, she brought some wisdom, and we kind of really were able to equalize a bit. And I think, side trail, I think it's really important. You're going to hear that word sustainability because, I've watched several high key church leaders that have just fallen off the map. One church, even just a massive, one of the biggest churches in America, just collapsed. And there's probably many reasons, But one of my observations was they were really pushing hard. One, he admitted later they were trying to reach to be the first church to have 100,000 people in their congregation, and he said just that drive and was so distracting, and it really caused poor, unsustainable habits in his life, and he just went downhill. And so there's this story after story after story of these, seemingly, premier ministries and ministers that have fallen or collapsed. And again, there's probably many reasons, but I think one of the reasons, in my observation, is sustainability. Like they just weren't creating space, and as apostolically, I think there's probably things we could do this week and add and crank up to double our attendance in a month. We could do all these things, but I think Pastor Lena and I behind the scenes is saying, let's just go at a good pace. You know what I mean? And we have that conversation quite often. Like, how are you feeling? What's your level like? Is it? And it's a very important conversation for us because I don't want to be a statistic at all, right? We want to stay far away from that statistic as possible.
You also don't want to forget the point of the mission, getting distracted by the methods, forgetting the whole point of everything.
Getting distracted by the methods, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I had to double for a second.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, that's not. You're fine. Getting distracted by the methods. And what do you like? I see what you're saying. What do you mean by that?
Like I don't know which church you were talking about. I'm just saying they seem to have gotten so distracted by 100,000. That's the goal. What's the purpose? Why? You're forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the purpose. Just because of the goals that we're setting. That's
and that's true for, I'm talking about me and the elders, but it's also true for everyone listening, like volunteers, people who help out. Like if you're strained, if this is unsustainable, that's a really important conversation. There was just a big documentary out about a mega church, and one of the things that was really talked about was the burden they put on these volunteers. Like they're pretty much treating them like part-time, full-time workers, right? Kind of like just cheap labor. You got to come here, and this is for God, and this is a privilege for you to do. And by the way, give us 30 hours of your week, right? You have to. And so that was part of that documentary, and that's not something that we're very conscientious of. Like me and Alina talk about that, and so it's not just sustainability. When I talk about sustainability, it's not just within the leadership. It's the whole church, A to Z, complete. And I think we have. And I know that this is just me talking. I think that we have just such an awesome crew, like the elders, the volunteers, like really, like it's just, I love it. Me and Carrie and I talk about it, how you guys are just amazing. Elders, you guys are amazing. And the volunteers, it's just so beautiful. We have our problems. We have our things that aren't the greatest or whatever, things that slips through the cracks. But at the end of the day, man, it's so good. It's really just a blessing to be a part of this. I've heard just horror stories of like demon elders teams and volunteers that are just crazy. And, we'll have our issues here and there and our disagreements and our, whatever we got to work out. But I think the VR MMO church should just know that it's such a good team. And I know Bismick couldn't make it, but Bismick's a great leader. Carrie is busy. We're working on a move, so she couldn't be here. But I could just say thank you all day to everyone. Let's see, can we also take a look at how season 5 went? We could probably do that maybe in early August, or for the next one. Let's kind of maybe break this up into different. Like let's do what's that word? Recap or review. I don't know that fancy word people use.
Yeah,
but...
that was me. I said it out loud as well. Yeah, we can have a review part and a planning part because we always need to review. Yeah. But I did also wanted to tag on to what you're saying about volunteers. It's easy to burn out as a volunteer too, especially if you're you come in and you're really eager because you like the mission, what we're doing here. It can be very tempting to volunteer for everything, and then you get burned out, and then it's no fun anymore. So also think about that for yourselves. What is sustainable for you in your own life? Because you need to be able to balance your own life with your ministry as well, so that you don't burn out either. That's a problem for pastors. It's a problem for everyone in ministry. Don't take on so much that you burn out.
Yep, personal sustainability. There's that verse, run the race with patience. Like I said, we could crank some things out this month to double our attendance for next month, but is it sustainable? And then at the end of the day, like when we prepare, we review season 5, we're looking into season 6. Like the lens that we're looking through everything at the end of the day is about love. Like, I don't care if we grow to a million. I don't care if we have, 10, 1,000 churches or whatever. If we don't have love, then we totally missed the point. That's the whole purpose. That is the main thing. Everything that we do goes through that lens of love. And so that's an important value that we're going to continue to elevate, above everything else. Alina, looked like you wanted to say something.
Yeah. Yes.
Let me put you on stage because so Discord can.
Okay, so in
hear you.
Discord, I have to make sure I'm in Discord. I have to make sure I'm unmuted too, right? 'Cause I
Yeah,
think I
yeah.
mute
Then
myself.
unmute there. Yeah.
Okay. So unmute. There we go. This just goes back to what Pastor Coco was saying about not getting so lost in the work that you forget while you're doing it. So it's totally possible to take on too much, and all of a sudden this wonderful thing that you're doing because you love others, because you love God, because you want to help others, all of a sudden all that can get lost in the work because it's just XYZ needs to be done. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm hoping you joined, all of our volunteers have joined our ministry, just as I myself have joined this ministry, for the purpose of nurturing my relationship with God and nurturing my relationship with you guys, with each other. And so it's just something just to keep at the forefront of your mind. It happens. It's sneaky. It happens. Work becomes good work that you're doing for good reasons, can turn into the opposite, for sure. Keeping that why you're doing it at the forefront, I think it's really important, and that can help you have the patience that Bishop Soto was talking about, to not jump in and do everything. It's good not to do everything. Please be
Yeah, margin. I've heard a couple really good sermons on margin. Creating some space that you have. Like if you do go over 1 week, you haven't gone over your capacity. You've got some space. You've got some margin. That's
Yeah.
it's really important.
This is a long game. It's not a sprint. It's a long game. And how do you hold out your endurance for a long game?
That's right. And yeah, it is a long game. And I feel like we're just getting started. I know new people are amazed to know that we've been around since 2016. We're not a pandemic pivot, but pandemic pivot. But I think that even if we've been around since 2016, I feel like we're just getting started, man. This thing is like, I don't know, kind of like we've been warming up. We've been doing all of this laying the foundation. And I think that what God has been doing through us is undeniable. And I think it's just going to be beautiful just to continue what we're doing, again, through the lens of love. It's not about the notoriety. Hey, I'm on the TV. I had an article written about us. It's not about how many people. I mean, great, large crowd's great. I'm not anti-mega crowd. But I'm just emphasizing, if we don't have love, all right, let's just go home, man. Forget about this. Wrap it up. Close it down. So slow and steady wins the race. I like that, Coldest. That's a good one. Sustainability. Hey, Rico is on the Twitches. What's up there, Rico? What's going on? All right, my friends, we're about to wrap up the live stream, but did anybody hear? Well, I don't know if I can get the Discord audio linked to the live stream because of the way I have it. through StreamYard. But anybody here on StreamYard have any final thoughts that they want to share before we wrap it up?
I just want to say thank you, especially to the volunteers who have really come around us as we have had some of those emergencies. Like, hey, we gotta shift things around, and like I know I really needed some help getting into Rusty Church the other day, and we had our own special brand of chaos there, but Coldest stepped in instantly and made sure that I got what I needed on that side. So just to call out one specific volunteer, but I'm sure that others have had that experience where, yeah, we've got to step in to speak or do something like that, which we're happy to do. But the only way that we could do that is by having all of the other volunteers around us to provide that support system. And so just thank you so much to everybody. I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, Lena, go ahead.
So I wanted to also not only, of course, I think I muted myself again, so I'm gonna get back and unmute myself in Discord. I'm sorry about that. So obviously, I want to extend my own gratitude for everyone, for everything, for all of your help. New people who have actually kind of tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, we want to help you." There's something really cool about a conversation I had with someone who's new to volunteering officially here at VR MMO Church, but has been here for many, many years, who said something along the lines of, what's the word? Like, we need to get better about asking for your help, all of you, when we need it in moments like this. Because when we try and stick the teeth, whatever it is, when you're too much pain, you stick the stick in your mouth and grin and bear it and just try and get it done, and you start to lose that why you're doing it, and it's all about the work because everything just blah 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 blah. And we need to really be better about reaching out and asking for that help, because it kind of robs you guys of your opportunity. You are equally part of this church, and this church is all of us. And so I first want to apologize for not reaching out more, as I personally should have, and B, thank you all so very, very much, and thank you to that person who came up and said, "Hey, you're please do this better, ask for help better." So that we can do what we are, we want to nurture the community as well. And so I'm personally going to get better about asking for that help. And thank you.
Yeah, we need to be better at asking for prayer, because we like to, from my perspective, I think that it is that we are wanting people to come to us and so we can support them, and then we don't want to add on to their burdens because we hear their burdens, and it's like, I don't want to bother you with what I'm going through because you're already going through enough. So that, at least that's my perspective. That's why I don't ask for a prayer a lot, because people are already going through stuff, and we need to be better at that. First of all, because we do need prayer, we do need help, but kind of in a maybe someone else can explain it better, but it's good to hear that it makes you feel better when you know you're not the only one going through stuff. I don't know if somebody else can say that better, but it's
I feel that because I appreciate it. What I love about this church too, and I love about the community, like when through COVID, especially the long haul that I was having, I was reading about depression and anxiety, and that was hitting me, man. And I was able to bring that up in the channel and not feel weird about it, because we just have a community, and hopefully we can just grow more and more. I know we have to there's that element to stay guarded in churches, and I understand why that is, but hopefully more and more we can start to loosen that a bit, and where we can be honest, even as the bishop. Hey guys, I'm struggling with some depression, anxiety, in which I was able to share with you guys, and you guys were able to be very supportive. And so I think that's we need to continue. We need to develop more of that, man. Which I know is tough. Vulnerability, like Risen was saying, transparency. That's a tough one, particularly in church. Unfortunately, it should be the best place, spiritual hospital, where you come in and say, "My leg is, my spirit's broken, my brain." Seems like we have to have it all together, but not. That's what we want to get away from. That we just want to be our true self. So. Let's see. And then Zach, I know you're busy with work, but can you just repeat what you said just for Discord? Just about some of the things you were saying about like coldest and rust, and because I don't think they heard you on that.
Yeah, I can.
I hear you on both.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to all the leaders and volunteers who have kind of helped me and others as well step in when we need to change plans at the last second. And now Pastor Coco is going to be speaking at this service, and Pastor Zach's going to be speaking at this one. The leaders that have really stepped in and helped us get what we need. Like there was an issue with Rusty Church that I mentioned specifically last week, where at the drop of a hat, Coldest was able to get in there and help me get what I need. We still had some other challenges, but we made it work. But it's that extra network, like the extra layer of volunteers that really makes everything happen. And I'm just so appreciative for all of you. And I couldn't begin to name everybody. Like I would forget so many people, but we couldn't pull off services without your help. You're so vital.
Absolutely.
So thank you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Zach. All right, my friends, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have after party. If you can stay, if you gotta go, you gotta go. But after party is in Hangout. So come to Hangout. We're just gonna chat, video chat, voice chat. There's also this new feature on Discord where each voice channel has a typing chat. So type chat, audio chat, video chat, whatever, after party over at the Hangout. If you can stay, great. If you can't, nothing but love. And we'll start working on season 6. Traditionally that launches like the Sunday after September, but honestly, with me being out for like 4 or 5 weeks with COVID, I'm going to be moving, Lord willing, this month. There's just a lot going on, so we'll launch it when we launch it, which I think is what we did last year. I think like it was mid-October, just whenever we can, which is part of the sustainability, which I love.
I was just about to say that. Good job doing it. Yeah.
Cheer, Rico. Thanks for the cheer, man. I appreciate that, man. All right, nothing but love. Peace out, Risen. Pastor Jate, what's good, man? Pastor Jate live. What up? Nothing but love. Nothing but love to another pioneer, man. All right, Twitch. We'll catch you later, and see you guys in the Hangout channel.
All the times running out and I'm losing you. It's like our love was fine, but we lost our minds and feelings, and you can blame me for the reasons. All the times we tried to fix us left me compromised. You told me to leave you, so I did, and now all has died. I'm getting sick of saving lives and leaving mine to dry. So I picked up the pace, left you, I don't need you, babe. Why does the world keep spinning round when all I did was hold you down? Feels like I'm losing patience when you keep me waiting. Why does the world keep spinning round when all I did was hold you down? But it's hard to save you when I needed saving. The world keeps spinning round Why does the world keep spinning round? And all it did was hold you down.